If you work out with no music, you can't be my friend. I'm just letting you know, like, there's something psychologically wrong. What are you about to say?
Well, what do you listen to the most lately?
Usually, I'll bang anything from electronic music to sometimes rap to sometimes if I'm in here and I really want to get connected, I'll put on like my pink noise and I'll just vibe out to that. That's rare though. It depends on my mood. If I feel like I'm overstimulated, I'll bring that shit down. But I like to get hyped when I'm in here. So right now we got some show tech. We got some show tech banging.
This is fucking life, baby. Things happen within the game that you don't expect. At the end of the day, the awesome thing is that we get to play.
What's up, familia? My name's Rollin Berry. I went from food stamps to building a multi-million-dollar company. What actually allowed for this had nothing to do with business strategy. It was how I was operating. Welcome to the channel where I document my life, my work, and the internal frames up here that create the external results you see outside. This is the journey. We're coming fluent, habla español en buenas. That's all I know.
Vamos a hacer video y vamos a decir cosas buenas.
Past my pay grade right there. Today we're just getting it in, you know what I mean? Like the regular program already did a lot of the busy, heavy work in the morning. Chat a little bit with the team, but now we're heading to some errands that we have to do for personal stuff, mentally and physically, and just get the yin with the yang in.
Hey, I'm Dr. Alvin Green. I'm owner of Performance Driven Therapy and Chiropractic here in Orlando, Florida. We treat the active communities of Orlando and their families.
I don't know if like maybe on the side causing some sliding or something. That might have like just been congestion. I just wasn't feeling as well.
What are some of the major points you look for in regards to Ian's particular scenario?
So the first thing that we do is we always look at the neuromuscular portion, which is the reason why we do all the muscle testing. The reason for the muscle testing is to identify if there's specific weaknesses, which then relate back to specific nerve levels. Now we know exactly where to treat. So we're always looking for weakness, turning on the weakness, and then we release any of the knots. Ian's doing really good today. Everything's holding up really well.
I feel Ian 10 out of 10?
Always 12. See, I like to train a lot, and so obviously with the experience with my back and things that we're going through, even without that, really, like even if I'm in frame, specifically, I stay tuned so that like I'm always at the best that I can be to have the best workouts, to recover the best that I can. That translates over to me making sure that I don't get injured in any capacity, making sure that I wake up and I'm optimal in every frame that I can, which obviously like the better I feel, like the better interactions that I have, the better I'm able to like free up my mind to think on other things instead of having my mind be catered to the internal frame of me not being in a state that feels good. Like all that shit, adds up. Like whatever I put forth, I always want it to be the best, that I can. I think that's something that for me actually kept younger Ian back longer. Let's at least just take it from the frame of brushy, because I didn't launch it as early as I should have, because I was like into perfection with what I was trying to do instead of like taking steps to build on making progress in general. So I would say that the opposite end of the spectrum was something I had to deal with, was like that pursuit of perfection getting in the way of progress. Like and that's the funny thing about the mind. Like the mind will paint scenarios that obviously don't necessarily exist around it, right? So it's not just like painted in public, you throw it all out there. That's cool, like not from the fear of, okay, how will that be received, but like from wanting it to be something that blows minds instead of just being okay, right? And like that's kind of where that comes from. It's like, yeah, I know if we did this, it could be 4-star, but it's like, yeah, I want this to be 12-star out of 5 stars. You know what I'm saying? It's more like a often, right? But then there's a friend. It's like sometimes in order to get to 12, you gotta launch it for. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of what it is. Like sometimes, the gym is like a fucking playground, bro. I promise you. Like it's to me, it's like a fucking grown man's playground. Like,
What was your a few years ago, maybe like 5 years ago? What was your routine very similar to this, or when did it become this regimented? I would just say like your daily routine.
it's always been that regimented. Over the last year or so, was switching from my calls. I used to take them just based on how my schedule was aligned. Like, oh, this day I can fit in here, to having all of my calls being on one specific day wherever I can. If you don't have some type of like blocked deep work frame into your schedule, I would highly recommend trying it. Phone on do not disturb. You're not fucking peeking in the other shit. Plugging that in, again, I would highly recommend also doing the very beginning of your day so that you have the most amount of like willpower or mind power, what have you, so you're fresh. Give that shit a run.
Is the awkwardness of being filmed, has that gone, or was it ever present?
I won't say awkwardness, but it's like, it's a different experience when I'm training. I can't tell you last time I trained with someone, because when I come to the gym, for me, it's usually like headphones on, like lights out, like we're in there. Like that's just how I like to train, right? So like this is different because now it's like I'm training with a group of motherfuckers. I went to a college preparatory boarding school for high school, and it was in the middle of like nowhere. The football coach gave us a workout to do, and so there was not much that we obviously had to do during the day. So for us, it was something that like broke up the monotony, and we trained every day. Like he gave us one workout to do. Crazy thing was there was no legs in the workout, bro. I don't recommend that for anybody. He gave us the most bodybuilding workout ever. I love you, Coach Takir, if you're watching this, but it was a crazy bodybuilding workout. And I think for me, like it built that behavior early that working out is just something you do. You know what I mean? So that's how I got into training initially. I was 13 years old-ish, turning 14, and something that just became a part of my daily frame. And ever since then, like now, like fucking training and the gym is religion to me. Like it's not something that's thought about. It's just like, what time? Much love, you know what I mean? That just comes with the fucking territory when you're around Ian motherfucking Berry. Don't know what else to tell you. This is a phenomenal day. We're gonna wake up tomorrow. We're gonna do the exact same shit with the time that we have available to us, and just love and be grateful for every single moment. Because it's not promised, and all we have is what we have. You know what I'm saying? I definitely know that frame has contributed from me, you know, going from a state where it wasn't always like that to a state where fucking shit just keeps coming. It's gonna continue to come. So, as always, and I said at the top, much love. Appreciate you watching this. Please drop feedback. Like, you know what I mean? What you want to hear more of, what you want to hear less of. Like, can't get enough of that. What you hate, what you fucking love. Drop the bars. Much love to you guys, and be easy.